Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello everyone, I'm Karen.
And I'm Mike, and we are back with Part B, our second dialogue, as we look at the topic of about your health. I'm okay, I'm getting much better. About your health, yes. In Part A, remember we were with Jonas and Florence as they were in the waiting area or the waiting room at the doctor's office, waiting their turn to see the doctor because Jonas had a sty on his eye and he had an itchy rash on his arm. So what are we going to do today? Well, luckily, it's our turn. We are at the doctor's office, or maybe even in the doctor's office. It is our turn to see the doctor, but unfortunately, we're not with Jonas and Florence today. We're going to be with Alex. Alex is there telling the doctor how he feels. Do you feel nervous when you get in to see the doctor? I know some people, they don't feel comfortable. They feel a little scared, a little worried, maybe a little shy about talking to a doctor.
Well, actually, I don't really feel nervous when I see the doctor. I'm actually quite eager to tell him how I feel because I really want to be treated. I want to feel better as soon as possible.
Okay.
So I would tell him everything, all the symptoms that I'm having.
Good.
Maybe a headache, or I feel like throwing up, or I have a sore throat. How about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I'm hopeful that the doctor might speak a little English so I can explain my problem better. Many of them actually do in Taiwan, so that's great. But no, like you, I'm not shy. I mean, you know, doctors have seen and heard almost everything. So you don't have to worry if it's a personal problem or you have to take your clothes off or something like that. Just go ahead, make sure you tell the doctor exactly how you feel, and then hopefully they will get all the information they need, do some tests, and then you can find out what's wrong and start getting better as soon as possible. It's also really good to do all this stuff at the doctor's office. I know some people, they'll go on the internet and they'll start searching for, what's this thing? I have a pain in my arm. Oh no, it's cancer. And they worry about the worst thing possible. It's better just to save all that till you get to the doctor's office, and then he or she, right? The female doctors, and I think we have one in our dialogue. They will be able to find out exactly what's wrong with you and start treating you in the best way right away. So let's get to our dialogue right away and find out just what is wrong with Alex. Alex is telling Dr. Fleming how he feels.
Hello, Alex. What brings you here today?
Hi, Dr. Fleming. I have a high fever and a horrible headache.
Do you also feel like you want to throw up?
No, but I feel pain all over and I have no energy or appetite.
So we're looking at part B of About Your Health, and the dialogue we're looking at today, we're actually at the doctor's office. So Alex is seeing the doctor and he is going to tell the doctor the kind of symptoms that he has been having.
Yeah, exactly. Symptoms are basically the signs of what is wrong with you, the signs of your disease or illness or sickness, so what you feel. And sometimes, in fact, I might even take notes and write down some symptoms, because sometimes in the doctor's office, you might forget things.
I do too.
Right? So if you have a bad back, you could say, oh, but when I do this or when I turn to the left or the right, you know, it's worse. So that's always good. Give the doctor as much true information, honest information as you can, and it will help them to find out what's wrong with you that much faster. So let's see how it goes with Dr. Fleming's appointment, or Alex's appointment with Dr. Fleming.
That's right. So Alex is actually telling Dr. Fleming how he feels, right? Okay, so the doctor, I will be the doctor, and I guess you'll be Alex.
All right.
All right, so the doctor starts off the conversation by saying, hello, Alex. what brings you here today? So this is actually a common question that you can ask, if you're the doctor or you want to find out the reason why someone is here today to see you. You can say, what brings you here today? What is the reason why you're here? Are you sick? Are you not feeling well? So on and so forth.
Exactly. Why are you here? How can I help you? And Alex says, hi, Dr. Fleming. So that's a very polite greeting to, say hello and say the person's name. Hi, Dr. Fleming. I have a high fever and a horrible headache. Oh, that's how Alex is feeling, which is not good. In fact, he has a high fever, so his temperature is very high. I believe anything above 37 degrees Celsius.
37.5, or actually people say 38.
It's a little, okay, and everyone's a little different. So anything over 38 then, that would be a high fever. Remember when people were worried about COVID, if you got a high fever. We also might say a high temperature, because of course it's the heat in your body, your temperature. That can be high, that can be a sign that you're sick, but also he has a headache, and it's not just a normal headache, it's a horrible headache. If something is horrible, it's really, really bad. It's terrible. It's awful. It's absolutely the worst thing ever. So if you just saw a movie that was a terrible movie and you want no one to watch it, to waste their time, you'd say that movie was horrible. You should not spend your money to see it. It was so, so bad. In this case, his headache, it's horrible, it's bad, and I guess also when we say something like that is horrible, it's giving him a lot of pain. It hurts a lot.
That's right. So he's having a horrible headache. So
Can you talk more quietly?
A headache
Horrible headache.
is a noun.
Okay.
So a headache,
better now.
basically that's a noun. A headache is a pain or ache in the head, often described as a dull, throbbing, or squeezing pressure. It's like sometimes you feel like, oh, my head is pounding.
Ow.
It's the brain's way of signaling that something is wrong, like maybe from stress, not getting enough sleep, or being dehydrated. Sometimes when you are having a fever, you would also have a headache. Not always, but sometimes. An example sentence would be, I had a bad headache today, so I just wanted to rest in a quiet room. Yes, resting is very important, especially when you're having a headache or when you are not feeling well, because when you're resting, your body can really recover and try to feel better.
Very good tip. Yeah, we can get headaches for all sorts of reasons. Some people get them more than other people, and you're right, there are a lot of different things that can be going on to give us a headache. Someone who never gives us a headache is Tina, because she's just wonderful all the time.
Hi, I'm Tina. 今天的对话是 Alex 生病了，去看医生，他发高烧，而且头非常痛。我们先来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字 horrible 形容词，糟透的。That was a horrible movie. I didn't enjoy it at all. 那是一部糟透的电影，我一点都不喜欢。Headache 名词，头痛。I have a headache and need to rest. 我头痛，需要休息。文法的部分则是提到了 What brings you here? 你怎么会来？ Bring 在这里指的是使什么前来，它的三态是 bring, brought, brought。这边有一个对话 What brings you here to the library today? 你今天怎么会来图书馆？ I came here to study for my exam. 我来这里准备考试。接着回到对话当中。
Thank you, Tina. And now we are back. So we know that Alex has been having some symptoms. He has a high fever and also he has a horrible headache. Not just a regular headache, but really, really bad one. So now the doctor wants to know if Alex is having other symptoms. So now the doctor asks, do you also feel like you want to throw up? Another word for this is to vomit. So basically it's like after you eat or you feel like the food is coming right back out of your mouth. You want to throw up. Sometimes when you are feeling sick, you might have a headache and you might also want to throw up. So the doctor is trying to find out different symptoms. So the doctor will be able to treat the problem.
Yeah, sometimes when people have the flu or something like that, it might make them want to throw up. But of course, there can be other reasons too. So does he want to vomit, V-O-M-I-T, or throw up? Those are both polite ways of saying this. And Alex says, no. Okay, no, but I feel pain all over. And I have no energy or appetite. Oh, that's interesting. So no, his stomach feels fine. He doesn't feel like he wants to throw up, but he has pain all over, sort of from his head to his toes, nothing in his body, none of his body parts, arms, legs, back, they're comfortable. This can happen with a high fever. Often I know I have a high fever because my back or my joints, right, my elbows, my shoulders, the parts that move, they get a little painful. And that's another sign also, I have no energy or appetite. Appetite meaning he doesn't want to eat. He doesn't feel like having food. So, well, he won't vomit, but also he needs to eat. But also he says he has no energy. That's just kind of like power in your body. When you feel tired, when you just want to flop down on a chair, on a bed, I don't want to move. I'm so tired, I have no energy. If you're going to go out and go hiking or go do sports or do something, yeah, you'll need to have energy, right? You'll need to have a feeling of power in your body. We can use energy in lots of different ways to talk about power from the sun, power from burning oil. That's all energy as well that we get. But here, it's the energy we get from food in our body. When we sleep, we have more energy. When we're healthy and when we're sick, we feel very low energy, like our battery has very little power in it. All right, let's go over to Tina. She's always full of energy to tell us about wonderful English stuff.
医生问 Alex 会觉得想吐吗？ Alex 说没有，但全身都痛，没有体力，也没有食欲。好，我们来看看单字 energy 名词体力。Kevin always has a lot of energy in the morning. Kevin 早上总是充满体力。文法的部分则是提到了 throw up 呕吐，这边造一个例句 The sick child started to throw up after dinner. 那个生病的孩子晚餐后开始呕吐。接着回到对话当中。
Thank you, Tina. And now we are back. Okay, so now we know some more symptoms that Alex is having. It's not just the fever and also the headache. He feels pains all over his body, no energy and no appetite. So he doesn't want to eat. So maybe it's something a little more serious than catching a cold.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things going on, different signs or symptoms. The doctor will be able to find out what it is, hopefully. But for now, let's go to the second part of the dialogue. We'll read through all that and then we'll be back with you and Alex and hopefully he'll get some good news.
That sounds like the flu, but I want to run some tests to make sure.
What does that mean exactly?
It means we'll take some of your blood and an x-ray of your chest.
That's what I thought.
Okay, we are back, and Alex is feeling not very well. He's got a fever, he's got a headache, he hurts all over. He doesn't want to throw up, which is good, but also he doesn't want to eat, and he has no energy. So all of this information is very useful for Dr. Fleming. She listens to it all, and then she says,
that sounds like the flu, but I want to run some tests to make sure, because she can't just make that conclusion based on the symptoms that she hears. There are some tests that you can run in order to find out if it is the flu or not. So what is a flu? So flu, that is a noun. The flu is short name for influenza, which is a sickness caused by a tiny germ called a virus that spreads easily from person to person. It makes you feel much sicker than a common cold. And that is why Alex is is probably feeling pain all over his body. An example sentence would be, I can't go to school today because I have the flu. And usually you would probably have high fever for quite a few days.
Yes, you will, definitely. A couple of days, maybe even longer. And of course, you'll not feel well, and it's also good to stay home because like a cold, you can spread the flu around. So if you do have to go out, please wear a mask. So he's got the flu and the doctor is going to do some tests. Alex has a question. He says, what does that mean exactly? I think here he's asking, what do the tests mean?
Okay.
What kind of tests will you do? I'm sure he understands what the flu is, but he wants more careful, exact, precise information when you say, what does that mean exactly? Don't give me oh, well, we'll do a test or two. Don't worry. No, I'm worried. I want to know exactly which tests you will do. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? And what will they be looking for? I want very careful, exact, or precise information, which is why I'm asking you exactly what you mean. Tell me all the details. And here to tell us all the details and exactly what we need to learn in our grammar and vocab is Tina. Let's go over to her now.
医生认为 Alex 得了流感，想要进一步做一些检查。我们来看一下对话里提到的单字 flu 名词流感。Many people get the flu in winter. 冬天很多人会得流感。Exactly 副词确切的。I don't know exactly when the bus will arrive. 我不知道公车确切何时会到。我们再来看一下文法的部分。Run a test 做检查。Run 指的是做执行 ，test 是检验的意思。比如说 The doctor ran a test on Penny today. 医生今天帮 Penny 做了一项检查。赶快回到对话看看 Alex 需要做哪些检查吧。
Thank you, Tina. And now we are back.
Yes.
So we know that the doctor wants to run some tests on Alex just to make sure that it is the flu, but we don't know what kind of test the doctor is going to run. So now the doctor says it means we'll take some of your blood and an x-ray of your chest. Oh, so these are the tests that the doctor is referring to.
Yeah.
So you probably need your blood sample, also the x-ray on your chest to make sure your lungs look okay, you have a lot of phlegm or not in your chest.
That's right. Pretty normal stuff. A little needle takes some blood, an x-ray, which takes, well, like 10 seconds or something like that. Not a big deal, and also very good and careful for the doctor to be doing this extra work. So Alex says that's what I thought when he was thinking of the kind of tests they might do to see if he has the flu. That's what he was thinking. They're not going to make him run up a hill. They're not going to look at his feet. They're not going to cut some of his hair and see what they... No, it's just a blood test and an x-ray. Sounds pretty good, and I'm sure in a few minutes he'll know exactly what's wrong. He'll have some medicine, and shortly after that, he'll be on his way back home. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to look over our dialogue one more time, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow for more visits to the doctor. Yay!
Yay! See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Alex is telling Dr. Fleming how he feels.
Hello, Alex. What brings you here today?
Hi, Dr. Fleming. I have a high fever and a horrible headache.
Do you also feel like you want to throw up?
No, but I feel pain all over and I have no energy or appetite.
That sounds like the flu, but I want to run some tests to make sure.
What does that mean exactly?
It means we'll take some of your blood and an x-ray of your chest.
That's what I thought.
"最后，我们来复习一下今天课文里的单字文法。单词的部分有 horrible 形容词糟透的 headache 名词头痛 energy 名词体力 flu 名词流感 exactly 副词确切的。文法的部分 What brings you here 你怎么会来 Hi, what brings you here to my shop? Hi, 你怎么会来我的店呢 My scooter is making a strange noise. Can you take a look at it? 我的机车一直发出怪声，可以请你检查一下吗 Throw up, 呕吐 The big waves made many people on the boat throw up. 大浪让船上的许多人都吐了。Run a test, 做检查。The hospital ran a test on me yesterday. 医院昨天帮我做了一项检查。以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哟。
Hey, 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 it's KiWi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. And it feels like forever. It feels like we've been making this brownie for like a month.
Okay, we're going to bake it in this episode. Okay, now
I know. I have to tap the batter
on the counter, yes.
on the counter because that way we can get the bubbles out, right?
Yes.
Like that?
Now, you can put it in the oven.
Yes, I heard the oven timer go off. I'm gonna go and get our brownies.
Kiki, you forgot the oven mitt. Oh, unless you want to burn your hands.
Okay.
Bring the baby in.
Whoa. Can we eat it now?
Not yet. What? We need to let it cool for about 15 minutes.
Moments later.
Okay, so we have let it cool for 15 minutes. It's now time to transfer it onto a cooling rack where we're gonna wait for another 15 minutes. What?
I'm never gonna get to eat this.
2,000 years later.
Wow. That brownie is really fudgy. It's really good.
And to think we made this from scratch. It was all worth the effort. Well, that's all we have for today. Remember to follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or an email if there's something you want to say in English but you just don't know how. Kiki, anything else you want to say?
We need some milk.
Oh, I would love a glass of milk.
Winnie!
Kiki?
We had brownie mix.